Bonjour, Jolies. Welcome back. I hope all is well. And today I'm going to show you a simple parting method for any style. As you can see here, I'm going in with Malay, I believe, leave-in conditioner. My client's hair was a little dry and I didn't want to work on dry hair, so I went ahead and put some leave-in conditioner before I blew out her hair. Now you're gonna need a few things. I would say a parting comb of your choice, moisturizer like you saw me do, and a gel of choice, and of course your client's hair. So my client's hair is blown out and ready to be styled. So what you're going to want to do is grab your parting comb and make a part down the client's hair, just straight down middle, right? Straight down the middle. Now, after doing so, I am going to grab the gel of my choice and crisp up the parting. Of course, you're going to go ahead and run the gel through the part that you just created and go through again with the comb to make sure that the part is straight. Now, what I was doing just then, I was combing the little pieces of hair that was probably strangling in the middle of the client's hair where they belong, so the part can be as crisp and as clean as I want it to be. Of course, if you are not familiar with middle parts, to ensure that your client's part is straight, I do it very often, so I didn't do this part, but to ensure that your client's part is straight, you might want your client to cock their head back, or you can go to the front of the client's head and basically like take the rat tail comb and point it in the middle of the client's hair and just line it up with the middle of their hair in order to get a straight line going back. Now, what I am doing here is the same thing I did with the straight back, but I'm just doing it from ear to ear, and I'm just cutting it in half, just cutting the parting in half to section or pre-section the parts that I'm going to braid, so I'm not as confused. Sometimes we just go ahead and part off the ripper, and parts are not as equal or symmetrical, and it's fine because it's not going to get that way unless you're using a ruler, but we're eyeballing it to the best of our ability. And I've been seeing some stylists out here that are selling ruler combs. That's an amazing idea, and it helps you set the perfect boxes, equal amount of boxes for your client's hair. We are now going in with our rat tail comb to create our first row. I am basically right here premeditating how my rows are going to be as far as the sizes and the amount of rows that are going to be in this section. This whole section is five on each side. So you're going to take your rat tail comb and basically do the same thing that you did to create the part down the middle and from ear to ear of the client's head. You're going to go ahead and apply your gel once again and straighten out the part that you have just created so that you can get your first row down. The purpose of the pre-sectioning is to give you a guide for one, as to how many rows you're going to need, and to help you as well create the most straight and crispy parts as you can. Now I went ahead and closed the gap that was there on the first row because we're only using this pre-section as a guide, and it's not going to be how we're laying our braids. We want to accomplish, well, I do. I don't know how you guys like, for your braids to flow or, for them to look, but I like to accomplish the brick layer, and that's what you're going to see me do. So our first row is down, and I went ahead and put 5 braids on this row. You're going to take your rat tail comb and basically do the same thing throughout this entire video. Create your row. You want to get the row as similar as the previous row as possible. If you can, amazing. If you can't, please take your time to accomplish it because it is very important. I'm very big on my parts. When a client books an appointment for a style, they're not only booking it for the style, they're paying for everything. They're paying for the parts, they're paying for the quality of the braids or the quality of the twist or the locks, whatever. They're paying for how neat it is. You want to give your client the best ever. What you do to the left, you will do to the right, so that you can accomplish the symmetrical effect that we are going for. Just throwing it out there, I've been getting a lot of questions as far as where I got my braiding easel from, and truth be told, I got it from a girl off Facebook. She had a special going on for $100, and it literally blew up. She didn't know it was gonna blow up as it did, so I went ahead and placed an order, and that's where I got it off Facebook. But you can find braiding easels on Amazon, and they have different kind of braiding easels. The ones you can travel with and the ones that you can keep at home or at your salon. So please check that out. So the step into accomplishing nice crisp parting is very repetitive, so I went ahead and I did it off camera. My client is getting a side part, so after doing that last row, I basically took the rest of the hair that she had on top and I'm going to braid it to the side. This is going to be 3 rows of 6 braids, so 6 braids in each row. And there you have it. Client requested curls, so we gave her curls, and they are so stinking cute. So cute. See y'all soon.